Alright, what's up guys? This is Benjamin, and today, if you couldn't tell, we are going to be doing a how to play Donkey Kong tutorial. This will be covering the basics of how to play everyone's favorite member of the DK crew, Donkey Kong. For practicing Donkey Kong, I'd suggest you just go into training mode, no spirit, unless you really want to. So first off, let's start with Donkey Kong's move speed. Donkey Kong is a heavyweight, so he won't be moving extremely quickly, but he is rather fast for heavyweights. His moves have some pretty good frame data, a couple of them. Then there are also a couple moves that are pretty laggy, like his forward air, his down air. His up air comes out pretty quickly, and then his specials are pretty laggy. Let's just get into his normals first. So Donkey Kong's jab is a two-hit move. Sort of an uppercut move, comes out pretty well. It's not extremely versatile, but still a good move to rack up some damage. Can combo into it from down tilt, from up tilt, from cargo throw, down throw, grounded. And you can just use it for jab blocking. Actually, I don't think you can. But overall, a pretty good jab. His next move that we're going to go over is his dash attack. His dash attack is a tuck and roll. Has pretty good range and a lingering hitbox. It does 15% on the initial hit, and then its lingering hitbox does 10%. Overall, it's a pretty good move. Can be used to combo into up air at low percents. And overall, it can just be used for spacing. It can combo into up air, as I said before. It can combo into itself sometimes, if you time it correctly. And overall, at higher percents, it starts to actually get some good kill potential, so overall, a pretty great option to go for. Next, we'll go over his tilts. His forward tilt is just a quick slap. Has some pretty good range on it. Next is his up tilt, which can lead into itself. It can lead into jab, as I said before, at lower percents. Up tilt can lead to down tilt as well at 0%. Speaking of which, down tilt is probably one of DK's best tilts, because it has the tripping attributes, has a lot of range. As you can see, it comes out extremely quickly, and you can just keep on doing down tilts. It's not really a large commitment. Covers a lot of space, and it's able to be used to set up into a lot of other moves. Can combo into grab, down tilt to dash attack. A lot of these a lot of these also apply to just when DK trips with down tilt, which is probably one of the best attributes. It can combo into forward tilt, which in itself can trip sometimes. Now, since there aren't any more tilts to go over, let's go over DK's smash attacks. So DK's forward smash is a hand clap that does, looks like 35, depending on your charge, but let's see, looks like it does 27.8, which is very good. It's got a lot of startup, so probably not something they would just use out in the blue and neutral. But let's say you get a grounded, then that's a great option to rack up 38%. Then we have DK's up smash. Sort of hard to show here, but it is a great anti-air. Let's see if we can get the CPU to do some jumping. A lot of range on top. Does 22%. It comes out it comes out very quick. So you can do empty hops, mix up with your smash attacks on landings. Now let's talk about DK's down smash. DK's down smash looks like it has two hitboxes, an early hit and a late hit. So I'm gonna try and see if I can get the second hitbox. Overall, pretty good range, reaching quite a ways across. Doing this near the ledge can cover neutral get up, roll, and sometimes get up attack, depending on your timing. And so DK's smash attacks are extremely powerful and non-committal, which makes him a pretty good in neutral. But then a lot of DK's strength comes from his aerials. So DK's neutral air is a quick turnaround in the air. He just spins around, comes out pretty quickly. Doesn't do a ton of knockback, because here's at 45. Hang on. Yeah, so landing there can lead into a bunch of other moves. For instance, it can lead into grab. I'm pretty sure it can lead into down tilt, which can lead into grab, and then neutral air again. Overall, a great option if you want to try and guard against a high recovery. And then let's go over DK's probably his best aerial, being his amazing back air. I think this one's probably one of the best back airs in the game. DK's back air is a great kill move, and overall just a great spacing tool, extremely fast. There's virtually no landing lag on this move, so feel free to go off stage and use that to take care of people's recovery back on stage. And as you can see, it can combo pretty well out of neutral air. Well, probably not true. It's also great for stage spiking. And it does a hefty amount of damage. Let's see how much damage it is. 15%. That's pretty good for a back air. And it looks like the lingering hitbox does 10%. So overall, a great lingering hitbox move. And just a great spacing tool. Now let's go over DK's down air. DK's down air has a massive hitbox. It is a spike. It's most well used off stage. Let me see if I can get DK's down air off stage. Hang on a second. There we go. It's a pretty powerful spike. I probably could have killed some lighter characters with worse recoveries earlier. But overall, a very powerful spike on the early hit of the move. One of its best uses would probably be just just going to ledge. Dropping ledge and down airing to take stocks extremely early. Because as I said, that's probably what DK specializes in. Dipping people's recoveries early and taking stocks extremely quickly. Now let's talk about DK's forward air, because this one's probably one of the most interesting aerials of the bunch. This aerial also spikes, but is extremely slow and has a lot of startup, a lot of end lag, whether on the ground or not, and overall just rather hard to hit. But trust me, once you hit this move off stage and you spike them, that's when you pop off. So this move looks like it does a lot of damage. Dang it. I'll get the forward air. So it looks like it does I don't know, I'll put the percentage on the screen. I can't really play and do the math right now. It's either 9 or 11%. I think it's 11 though. But overall, I'm sure it can convert out of a couple moves. I just personally can't hit this move for my life. There you go. If that was true or not, I have no idea. great kill move. Bit hard to hit. Not extremely reliable. Probably want to go for some of your other moves. And then now I think it's time to talk about DK's specials. So DK's neutral special is Giant Punch. Wait, yes, Giant Punch. So basically, Giant Punch is a charging move, sort of like DK, sort of like Samus's Charge Blast. And once DK is fully, once DK's Charge Punch is fully charged up, or Giant Punch, you can see that DK is extremely mad. There's smoke coming up. And then you can also just press B and unleash a massive punch. You can also cancel this move by pressing down, air dodging, rolling, shielding, and then you can release it by pressing any of the attack buttons. You can also cancel by jumping. Also, the grab button can be used for releasing the punch early. So as a little bit of a change from other games, this move can now be used in the air and not put you into freefall, which leads to a bunch of mix-ups that you can do in the air without having to worry about dying early. Overall, just a pretty funny move to use. It's got a bit of startup, but honestly, it's a very powerful move. Let's see how much a full charged punch does. 33%, that is a great move. So I definitely recommend keeping that in mind anytime you want to try and think of an option, or if you want to charge before going into battle, like 3, 2, 1, go, just back up and charge. Then just go out with all your other attacks. And then when you're ready, just try and throw it out and make sure that it hits. Next special move that we're going to be talking about is DK's side special, which is called Headbutt. Oh. So Headbutt basically grounds your opponent for a short amount of time and makes it so that you can act out, or it makes it so you can attack your opponent and they have to try and mash out. I say short amount of time, but in actuality, if your opponent doesn't mash, then at zero, this is what it does at 0%. I can easily, I can get 2 down tilts and both hits of jab, and it's already at 38.4%. Now let's look at what it does at, let's say, 42%. Let's see how long it's actually grounding. Alright, that's a great deal of grounding time. Now, assuming you ever get your opponent to 91%, you could probably have time to charge up that and almost release it. So if you really wanted to get the early kill, then, or the late kill, then really that's all you need. It's a very laggy move. has a spiking hitbox. So if you ever have this situation where you want to use this off stage to spike someone, which I do not recommend, because the odds of you hitting an attack like that, well, that's actually, I actually just got a minor spike there. But the odds of you hitting that spiking hitbox on your side special are not very large. I'd say this move is probably not as useful as some of your other specials. Yes, this move also doesn't do a ton of damage, but it doesn't really matter because what you're really focusing on is the damage that you're gonna get after you ground your opponent, so overall a pretty good move. Now let's talk about one of Donkey Kong's more interesting moves, being Donkey Kong's down B. This move has a massive area of effect blast, covers a lot of space in front and a lot of space behind. It's a bit laggy, but overall does 16% with each hit. So if you can hit this, it's a pretty good move. It's got a lot of startup. And it's pretty good. I personally think that the best applications for this are whenever you're in the air and you're using this move, because aerial down B has no landing lag, which means that you can convert this into pretty much anything at lower percents. You can convert it into forward tilt, grab, can convert this into down B, down tilt, into just pretty much any of your normal fast combo moves. Probably convert it into jab. Then it also has a spiking hitbox, which means that you can use that thing off stage if you want to get some cheeky kills early. Like that. That is probably hang on. Okay, well, this Duck Hunt made it back, but that one did not. So a great spike, no landing lag means that you, at higher percent, I do know that there is a combo called the Jungle Beat, which allows you to do a landing down B into an up air, which kills probably at higher percents. But now let's talk about some of DK's throws. So DK's grab, it's a pretty quick grab. DK's forward throw is probably the most interesting. This is basically a cargo throw, and I'll turn the percent up a bit higher just so you can see. So as you can see, I can walk around with Duck Hunt, I can jump with Duck Hunt, and then I can just do normal throws with Duck Hunt out of that. Then I'll show you each one of them and explain their properties. So that's forward aerial cargo throw. That's upward aerial cargo throw. So forward aerial cargo throw doesn't really have a ton of applications. more so just used to get opponents off stage and maybe go for a forward air. Like that. That is not true combo at all. But it sets up the opportunity for that stuff. And then there's also cargo aerial up throw, which, as you can see, can be used to combo into back air, neutral air, and a ton of stuff. Can combo into up air extremely well, which can be used to rack up a lot of percent. Let's see how much percent that actually is. 30% off of a true combo out of grab. And then you can also get a bunch of reads with stuff. There's aerial cargo back throw, another positional throw. There's not really any applications for it aside from getting opponents off stage. So I personally never go for it when I'm playing as DK. And then there's aerial down throw. Probably one of the most interesting because it has very little oh, one more thing before I get off of aerial back throw. I forgot this in the uses for this throw. It is great for stage spiking, which is where you throw someone off of the ledge and throw them against the slant at high percents, and that's when they just die because they don't tech. And it can lead to some very cheeky early kills, percent-wise. And then another... So, cargo down throw, I've seen, can sometimes lead to forward air. I'm trying to see what else it can lead to. Can't lead to side special. I already tried that. So I don't think it can lead into anything. But it does a hefty 13%, so not a bad throw at all. And that's all from forward throw. This is DK's up throw. Pretty good knockback. Not a kill throw. But can probably lead to a bunch of other stuff at early percents. Not by combo, but probably by just by strings, and it also leads to juggle opportunities, which DK is very good at. DK's back throw sends actually really far. And then DK's down throw sends in front, but despite how it looks, it is not a good combo throw because DK lags after it a large amount, so probably not your best option because it only does 8% when you could use cargo throws to get a ton of other percent, like 30% at 0. So, one more thing I still need to go over is DK's recovery. This sort of should have been grouped in with special moves, but, you know, I'm sort of forgetful and this is my first one. But DK's special move is, or recovery move is Spinning Kong, and it's got a lot of horizontal range. As you can see, I can get to the blast zone off of one jump, but as you can see, just from horizontally, DK shouldn't have a problem with getting on ledge. The only problem is there's little to no vertical recovery. So when you're off stage, going for stuff like that will, every time, if you get that low, will lead to DK not making it back. So I'd say that DK's vertical recovery is probably one of DK's biggest flaws, but overall, I think DK is a great character, and I don't know, if I were to rank this character, I'd have to put this character in C tier. That's going to be it for my guide, and thanks for tuning into the video. I really appreciate it. Like and subscribe for more guides. Tell me which characters you want to see coming up next. And I'll see you later.